I want to call to order the regular meeting of the Iberville Parish Council. It's Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Allen. Here. Easley. Here. Dominique.
Here.
Frazier.
Here.
Pierce.
Here.
Jenkins. Here. Markins.
Here.
Bradford.
Here.
Martinez. Here. Darden.
Here.
Jewell.
Here.
Morgan.
Here.
Smith.
Here. Let the minutes reflect we do have a quorum. And at this time, I'd ask Councilwoman Easley to lead us in the pledge. To the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I want to remind the public that you must register with the clerk in order to speak. And we do have one addendum item we need to add to the agenda. It's going to be a request to go into executive session to discuss the status and strategy of the new Singular Wireless LLC versus the Parish of Iberville. So I need a motion and a second to add this to the agenda. Motion by Mr. Darden. Second by Ms. Allen. Roll call, please.
Allen.
Yes.
Easley.
Yes.
Dominique.
Yes.
Frazier.
Yes.
Pierce.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Markins.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Martinez.
Yes.
Darden.
Yes.
Jewell.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. We're going to add this to the agenda. It'll be item 15A to go into executive session and 15B if we have to consider any action items coming out of executive session. Okay, on the presentations, we do have a resolution of condolences for Mr. Jerry Mendoza. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen of the council. Let me go ahead and read a resolution to express our sincere and heartfelt condolences upon the death of Mr. Jerry Mendoza. Whereas it is with deep regret and profound sorrow that the Iberville Parish Council learned of the death of Mr. Jerry Mendoza on August 3rd, 2025, as he was a beloved employee and resident of Iberville Parish, and whose life was a testament to service, sacrifice, and leadership. Whereas Jerry Mendoza was a lifelong resident of Iberville Parish. Jerry was a devoted husband to his wife of 54 years, Miss Doris Mendoza. He was a proud father of two daughters, Miss Haley and Miss Ashley. Whereas Jerry Mendoza served the people of Iberville as the first ever range master for the Iberville Parish firing range. He was passionate about fostering a safe and welcoming environment where the community could learn about and enjoy the shooting sports. He believed that education and safety were the foundations of responsible firearms use, and he dedicated countless hours to teaching new shooters and promoting ethical sportsmanship. Whereas Mr. Jerry Mendoza, above everything, was a family man. He was considered his family to be his greatest accomplishments. He was a proud grandfather to 3 grandsons, whom he shared his love for golfing, fishing, and hunting. Whereas Mr. Jerry Mendoza leaves behind a legacy defined by love, laughter, guidance, and unwavering commitment to those he held dear. His influence will continue to live on through the lives he touched and the family he so dearly cherished. Whereas the death of Mr. Jerry Mendoza has left a huge void in Iberville Parish, and his lengthy legacy of public service to Iberville Parish shall live long in the hearts and minds of those he helped and those who knew and loved him. Signed, Councilman Chair Steve Smith and Parish President Chris Daigle. And at this time, Ms. Doris and family members, and I do see our state representative, Mr. Chad Brown, which is the son-in-law, if the family would come up and receive this resolution.
Ms. Doris, you want to speak a few words, Ms. Doris?
Do you want? She's gonna say a few words.
Thank you all so much. My husband, with the last parish president, Mr. Uso, when they were discussing, and all of y'all were part of it too, some of you anyway, the groundbreaking of the shooting range. Jerry was sent to different shooting ranges in the area in southern Louisiana to learn about them and spend time with them. I went with him sometimes. And he learned what the best options were for safety. He learned how you get certifications. He even learned that to have a shooting range open, you have to have a certified range master. And then everyone that works there has to be a certified range officer. And so, they got together and thanks to our present parish president, that it has continued. Everything has run smoothly, and we appreciate all of it. And I want y'all to know that he did his best. That was his baby, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Doris.
Excuse me, I would like to say something about Mr. Jerry. I had the opportunity to work with Mr. Jerry at the plant, and the fine fellow he was at the range, he was a finer fellow on the job. And I want to say to you all, God continue to bless you and your family. He was a good person, good man. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, next we'll have a presentation by Vanguard Renewables.
Hello, my name is Ben Cooper, and I am with Vanguard Renewables. Vanguard Renewables is an anaerobic digestion company, and so we work with farms to divert food waste from landfills and to be able to capture the energy potential in that food waste and capture it as natural gas and inject it into natural gas pipelines. And so we are proposing a facility on Enterprise Boulevard on the west side that would be about 20 acres. And I'm going to walk through kind of who we are, what we do, and what that facility would look like. So Vanguard Renewables has been around for about 11 years. We have built facilities all over the country. We have 7 operating facilities in New England, as well as a facility that's coming into operations in Wisconsin, Virginia, and Minnesota. We are expanding to put these facilities in urban markets all over the country where we can divert food waste from the landfill and be able to capture that energy potential and generate natural gas as kind of our commodity product. Broadly, the way our systems work is there's a lot of food waste, both packaged and unpackaged, that would come from either grocery stores that have food material that reaches its expiration date and they're not able to sell. Most of that would currently be going to landfills. There's places like food production facilities, so places like a Coca-Cola or an Anheuser-Busch that either have byproducts of their food production process, like a brewer's grain, or Coca-Cola may have a batch of material that doesn't meet their quality specs. It has too high sugar or something like that, and they're not able to sell that. That's all material that we're able to capture into our facilities. There's a lot of energy potential in that material, and rather than sending that to landfills or to wastewater treatment, we effectively divert that material and bring it to our facility where the packaged material will go through a mechanical depackaging process. So that's a warehouse building where we separate out the packaging from the organic material. The organic material is what we take into our facility. Our facility is roughly a large, million-gallon, 2 adjacent million-gallon tanks that are sealed and heated and mixed, where we optimize the environment in those tanks to be able to break down the material and harness the natural gas potential that's there. And so in this facility, the organic material goes into those tanks. The packaging, the inorganic material gets separated out. Everything that we can recycle, so glass, aluminum, paper, cardboard, that all gets separated out and sent to recycling facilities. Anything that we cannot recycle, our company is really pushing to have zero landfill contributions. And so, if we're able to send that to an incineration facility or something that will, divert 100% of this material from landfills, we look to do that. The material is in the anaerobic digester, these tanks, for about 30 days. It's heated and mixed. It breaks down. We harness the natural gas, and that's goes through a gas conditioning process and then is injected into natural gas transmission lines on site. And then what you have coming out of this system is a nutrient-rich liquid digestate fertilizer product. And so we partner with farms around the country to provide this product to them as a soil amendment and a fertilizer to aid in their crops and supplement the current synthetic fertilizer that they're purchasing and spreading on those fields. And so we're looking at partnering with A. Wilbert Sons on their sugarcane farm to house this facility and provide them with the material as a fertilizer for their crop. So Vanguard takes in anything that would be edible, so food material, a byproduct of the food production process, or food product that reaches its useful life and is no longer able to be consumed. That's it. We do not take in any toxic waste, any pharmaceutical waste, any human waste, any trash, anything like that. It's what you would find on grocery shelves or a byproduct of that production process. As I mentioned before, in partnering with these farms, one big benefit to them is, we help provide them with this fertilizer, this soil amendment that, oftentimes we've seen farms see a significant boost in their crop yield, as well as being able to replace the synthetic fertilizer that they're currently purchasing to spread on these fields. So that's a big benefit to the farms, and then broadly to the community. The landfill diversion and being able to capture a lot of this food waste and divert that from landfills, and work with the community to receive that material and generate the natural gas is a big benefit that we like to talk about. So one of the things that I always like to focus on, one of the primary questions that we get is about odor. We operate facilities all over the country, and we are really proud of our odor mitigation equipment that's in place to ensure that there is no odor and no negative impact on the community. The food waste depackaging facility is in a warehouse that has really robust HVAC carbon filtration biofilter system that circulates the air every 6 minutes, and there's a negative pressure air curtain, so when the doors are open, all the air stays in that facility. And so we take odor really seriously and understand that if this was a concern for the community that would negatively impact them, then this would not be something that would be successful. And so that's something that we take very seriously and are really proud of, and have not received complaints to date on our facilities. So again, as I mentioned, this facility is off of Enterprise Boulevard. It's about 25 acres. We are working with the A. Wilbert Sons farm on siting this facility there and providing the fertilizer material to them as a soil aid and supplement for their sugarcane process. This facility would see about 15 to 25 trucks per day, either delivering that food waste to the facility or taking off the packaging and the recycling. This is kind of broadly what the site plan would look like there on those 25 acres. We're working closely with the Louisiana DEQ on all environmental permitting. So going through a stormwater permit, a best management practices plan, which is the permit for the land application of this material onto the sugarcane fields, as well as the air permit. And so, we're working closely with DEQ. We've submitted all these permits and, are working back and forth with them to ensure that this system is, compliant with Louisiana standards. And then this is an example of what this facility would look like. This is our facility that is going into operations in Wisconsin. And this is our facility that's finishing up construction in Virginia. One other thing I want to mention that's on the fact sheet you all received is this facility would bring in between 5 and 15 permanent jobs to the facility, and we look to hire local as much as possible. And so, we will source, talent within Iberville Parish to bring those full-time jobs to, the facility as we, work through construction and shift towards operations.
Are there any questions from the council? Sounds like a good project. So, go ahead.
Question. Like the stuff y'all bringing in, the ice cream from these stores, if you go get Tim Markland, getting alcohol from, that's bad. Like how far y'all branching out? Are y'all branching out statewide, or is just within the parish, to hauling it in here, or are you gonna take stuff from New Orleans garbage and bring it to, like how far is it?
Sure. So we have a team that focuses on siting these facilities where there's a large center of food production and large market to be able to capture this food material. And they identified kind of the Baton Rouge New Orleans corridor as a great location for that facility. And so we would look to capture material from Baton Rouge and New Orleans and the corridor in between. I don't believe it would be statewide. It starts to become challenging economically as you're trucking 50, 60, 100 miles. But I think they identified this corridor as being able to focus on capturing material from both Baton Rouge and New Orleans, as well as the area in between.
Thank you.
Sure.
This facility gonna be operating 24 hours a day.
So
10 people?
So the anaerobic digestion facility, the tank, is heated and mixed 24 hours a day, and there's someone on call 24 hours a day. But in terms of the material coming in, that is only operating during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, and then in the morning on Saturday.
Trying to figure that out.
Sure. So that the employees are predominantly in that deep packaging facility. That's regular business hours, and then there will be probably 2 to 3 technical operations managers who someone is not there 24 hours, but someone is on call 24 hours and has to live close by so that if there ever was a reason to be there, they can be there in 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
Sounds really good.
Where's your incoming waste stored at?
So it comes in on a daily basis, and that material goes into this deep packaging facility and is depackaged there, and then gets pumped into the tank and sent into the digester. And so there's no on-site storage. That's material that is received on a daily basis and goes straight into that digester.
Our sugar cane farmers, once they extract the sugar from the cane, we got a byproduct, and I know there was some talk. Is that something that could possibly be used?
It's something we're looking into. We've received that question in most conversations we've had. It's something we're looking into and working with the LSU Ag Department on determining if that's feasible. The challenge is that the bagasse is generally a fairly fibrous product, and And so we're working through if there's a way to kind of break it down to a more more digestible material for the facility. So I don't have an answer for you at this moment, but it's something we're looking into to see if there's an ability to capture that, because I know there's a lot of material.
Plenty of that.
Yeah.
So I keep hearing.
Any other questions from the council?
Thank
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Next, we have the master plan presentation by Franklin and Associates.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the council, President Daigle. My name is Perry Franklin, and I'm the principal in charge of Franklin Associates, and I'm very excited to bring to your attention that Iberville Parish is going to be updating its master plan. The last master plan was performed and approved in 2005, and the useful life of a master plan is typically 10 to 15 years, and you have done well with that master plan. It was a good master plan, and it's time to update your master plan. And so I'm here tonight to kind of give you a very brief overview of what we're about to do to update that master plan. All right. So I'm the president of Franklin Associates. These are some of the main characters who are going to work on your master plan. You'll see a lot of these individuals. They're going to be working across the parish, all municipalities and points in between for the next 18 months. The hope is that we can get your participation, active participation, to engage the constituency of Iberville Parish, and so that they can be a part of this process. We're also going to really implore you, if you could, to think about a younger demographic. When you talk about a master plan, it really is the strategy to keep your young, your youth, and those that you want to keep in your parish. The people who are going to be buying the homes in the next 10 years, those are the people that we really want to engage in this master plan so that they can see their fingerprints on this process, so that they can say, I know what's going on in Iberville Parish and I want to be a part of it. I want to stay right here. And so we're going to have many engagement opportunities, and we're going to stay in touch with you throughout this process so that you can help us get the right people to the table so that they can be a part of the process. The major planning components of a master plan, you can see right here: land use, natural resource conservation, recreational space, housing, development, economic opportunities, public buildings, transportation, traffic circulation. This becomes your blueprint for public infrastructure, for economic development for the next 10 to 15 years. The process is beginning now. I don't have to tell you about your parish. You know your parish better than anyone else. But each of these municipalities will be a part of this planning process and points in between. And it's going to be a very exciting process as well. The project goals, again, to create a blueprint that comes before you. This has to be codified before your Planning and Zoning Commission, and then you all have to approve this. And we're hoping to get you this final deliverable by the end of next year. It's going to take about 16, 18 months to really do this right. We're not going to rush it. We're going to hit all corners of this parish to make sure that people know now is the time to talk about the next 10 to 15 years of growth for the parish. And so we're going to give you not only suggestions, but also ways to get these things funded, ways to get these things incorporated. And so it's going to be a blueprint for you that you can refer to, you can look at, and it's not something that sits on a shelf. And so we're very pleased that we're at this point to move forward. Villavasso and Associates is joining us, Steve Villavasso and Mr. Fred Neal. They've done over 22 plans across the state. We've worked on over 23 plans across the state. We've engaged over 6,500 unique audiences throughout the country. We're out of Baton Rouge. We're celebrating 20 years next month. And so we're very excited. Steve's company is 32 years old. My company is about to be 20 years old. We're very excited to be bringing these 52 years of experience to Iberville Parish. You're going to be hearing a lot about how to get engaged. Come on out to these public meetings. There's going to be 5 phases of this project, 2 of which are going to have significant stakeholder meetings. And that's where we're really going to want to work with you hand in glove to make sure your constituents are aware of the public meeting opportunities. And further, we're going to employ a community advisory committee, 13 to 15 members. If you have thoughts about who should be at that table on that advisory committee. We would ask you to please forward that to the parish president, and we're in that process right now of data gathering, creating the stakeholder list, creating the advisory committee. That's going to be a wonderful opportunity to make sure we have geographic coverage of this significant parish. I mean, we've never seen a parish this large at all, right? You have the largest parish in the state when it comes to land mass. We need to make sure that we have people from Grostedt to San Gabriel, from Bayou Pigeon, all across this parish as a part of this process. So the advisory committee is sort of our first ask. If you know of somebody who's engaged with planning, who's engaged with the parish, who wants to see a forward-leaning parish, we would love to have them submitted as a part of the advisory committee, because that's going to be our primary working group to throw things against and to ask the questions. And before we get ready for stakeholder, big public meetings, that advisory committee is going to be sort of our, guiding principal group. So again, it's an exciting time for the parish. Franklin Associates, Villavasso and Associates are very pleased to partner to produce this plan for you. If you have any questions, we're very available. I'm right in Baton Rouge, and so we're looking forward to seeing you for the next year and a half to produce a world-class master plan for Iberville Parish. Thank you very much.
Any questions from the council? We appreciate it.
Works good. Thank you for all the work.
Great.
you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it. Okay, minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to forego the reading of the minutes and accept as written.
There's a motion on the floor to forego the reading of the minutes.
I second.
Second by Mr. Markins. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Marcus,
Yeah.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Jewel,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Mr. President,
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Council Chair, Clerk. We are, it's some exciting times coming down the line, with the master plan that you just heard about. We're really excited about having Mr. Perry Franklin and his team come on board right here in Iberville. They've been a part of so many projects, and you've heard between himself and Steve Villavasi, they have over 50 years of experience of dealing with, partnering with parishes and creating these master plans. So we're really excited about what that's going to look like for the parish to have this first master plan in 20 years. So as we move forward, I'm gonna start off with my president's report that today, this month, is some significant some significant years of service of some residents and employees of the parish. But most importantly, I'm going to start off with one of our top 10-year employees, one of our very few employees that's almost reaching that 30-year mark. But this year, we're going to recognize right now for 29 years of service, we have one of our employees in tonight. She's our Assistant Director of the Office of Emergency Preparedness and Emergency 911. So, Miss Beverly Landry Fleming. Miss Beverly. All right, so recently this past year too, when we looked at this restructuring, how are we doing things within the parish and making sure that we're setting ourselves up for success by having assistant directors and those individuals that are going to be able to be in line to support our directors with the future in the case of retirement and everything. But she's been bumped up per se, but she's now taking over the assistant director position of the 911. So just wanted to congratulate her.
I want to thank y'all. Thank my family for coming. Thank you, President Chris Daigle, for this opportunity. Thank you for the years of services. I'm not going anywhere. So, and my director, Clint Moore. It's a pleasure working with him. Thank you.
All right, our next 10-year employee is a 27-year mark. This month we have Mr. Brandon Cannella with DPW. He's worked with DPW, Animal Control, and so many facets of the parish. So, Brandon, I know you're here. Come on up. And look, I'm multitasking right now, Chief Administrative Officer doing photography tonight. How about that? Yeah, Brandon, come on. Come here, come here. Huh? Tell us how everything's going.
Everything going good. I appreciate it.
Short, sweet. That's good.
So that's I was kind of making a little joke about. We got a chief administrative officer doing our photography tonight, with Dwayne, filling in because kind of y'all know we've been missing our marketing director for the last few months because she was out recently with maternity leave. But we are excited because Miss Carrie Grace is coming back on Thursday, so she's coming back on ready to go. So she's gonna be getting started. Our next employee is actually another 27-year tenure employee. Working with the utility department is hands down runs the day-to-day operations, and we're very very happy and pleased with all the work that she does on a daily basis. So we want to thank her for keeping us in line with Miss Melissa Bushnell. Miss Melissa. Oh yeah.
Thank y'all, and I enjoy working at the utility department. It's really been great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She really keeps us in line at the utility department, and I've learned. I call down there and ask questions all the time because we get questions from the public, right? Hey, look, my water bill's $400. What's going on? So she's always handling those, and her team actually that works underneath her do a phenomenal job. So thank y'all very much. And I did see Zach here. Zach somewhere hide in the background. So all right. Next we do have another tenure. He couldn't be here tonight, but I do want to mention him because he's a 25-year tenure. He is out right now with some health concerns, but Mr. Charles Edwards. Mr. Charles Edwards in the utility department is 25 years of service. So we definitely want to thank him for those years of service and recognize. Our next one is a 10-year employee. Mr. Stanley Richardson with our tourism team. Recently, he's been challenged and been going across the parish. We've had him up on the north end at the Grove State Welcome Center, but now that we have the Plaquemine Locks, so that our tourism affiliate that knows so much about the Plaquemine Locks, that's his day-to-day job, and make sure that all the customers and everybody that comes in and tours it is up to speed with all that information. So thank you very much, and Stanley for that 10-year mark. Thank you, Chris.
I just want to thank you all for your support of the locks through the years. It really means a lot. And my supervisor, Tammy Gaucher, is here tonight from the Visitor Center. And I love this parish. And I want to invite you to all come see the unit renovations over at the locks. I know I've seen some of y'all at the grand reopening. I love working there because I love hearing all the stories. You have so many stories, and I love my job. And thanks for recognizing me. I appreciate it.
Our last employee is Mr. Andre Riley. Mr. Andre has hit that 5-year mark working with IPRD, so I did see Andre. Come on up, buddy.
Just looking forward to the next 5 fives.
All right, that's all our recognitions, but we do have some new directors that are in attendance tonight. And I know they met some of y'all before the council meeting, but I do want to give them a chance to come up and say a few words if they're interested. I do have our director of planning and development. This position is over the permits. Is to give us. This is actually going to be the first time in well over 10 years that the parish now has a certified CBO working hands-on for the parish day-to-day in the permit department. He is now the Director of Planning and Development, Mr. Ben Bello.
Good evening. My name is Benjamin Bello. I recently joined the parish as the Director of Planning and Development. I'm honored to be part of the team. I'm excited to contribute to the growth and success of the parish. I welcome. Um, uh, nice to meet you.
You're good. Look, so Ben's already identifying those things that we need to work on, right? All those ordinances that some may be outdated. You know, we have one before you tonight that is like the grass ordinance. You know, sometimes the ordinance had been there so long, grass had to be 30 inches tall before we could really start the process. Now we're dropping that to 9 inches to be comparable with other parishes. He is he's on task. And then one thing I know about him, look, we talk about zoning and we want to bring those things. He's wanting to do those things right now. He's saying, Chris, what can we do to speed track that? What can we do to make some of those things happen that we need to get up to speed? So we're excited to have him on board, and he's going to do a good job, you know, taking care of helping bring our parish permits and planning and development to that next level. So really excited to have him. Our next candidate is going to be our Director of Community Development. Already hit the ground running within the first week. We had a public event going on, a public back-to-school event, but so many things and benefits that are going to come from having now Ms. LaTroya Handy on staff. Ms. LaTroya is here, and give her a chance to come up and say a few words.
Thank y'all so much. I am excited and grateful for the opportunity to serve. This is home for me. I love Iberville, so I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Both those candidates, we had well over 30 applicants. I think one of them had 40 applicants in that pool that we had received that were vying for these positions. So no easy job, right, in identifying it down. But we're very excited about the leadership that they're going to bring to the parish and the path that they're going to bring us forward. So next, I don't have that in my president's report, but at this time, real quick, in the future, I'm going to call some of our directors up and then give them an opportunity to talk about some of the good things that are going on throughout the parish. At this time, I'm going to bring up our fire director, Mr. Sean Baudelaire. And what he's going to do is he's going to show you something that we discussed a few months back, and he didn't waste any time. He went out there and did all the homework and brought this plan moving forward because there is a need, and he's going to talk a little bit about that need.
Thank you, President Daigle. Thank you, Council Chair. So going into this position, I knew we had a volunteer decline issue. So coming into this position, I knew I wanted to try to have a recruitment campaign, and that's kind of what we've been working on the past couple of months. I got with Carrie, and she kind of started it, went out on maternity leave. I partnered with CP Media, Mr. William Chauvin. We came together, we created a recruitment video, kind of displaying all of the different departments in the parish, some of the volunteers. I'm not a media guy. I couldn't put it together. I knew what I wanted, but thankfully William kind of put all those things together, and this is what we wanted to present y'all tonight for the first time, the video, which is going to go out on social media come Friday.
Over the last in every little parish, when the call comes, who answers it? When disaster strikes, who runs towards it? In our community, it's ordinary people doing extraordinary things at one time. They are your neighbors, your friends, your family. They are volunteer firefighters. Over the last few years, our numbers of volunteers have been declining. Now, more than ever, we need your help. We're searching for the next great group of volunteers ready to step up and serve our community. Your community needs you.
I can't describe one particular moment, but I just think overall, just the smiles we get, the thank yous we get, the encouragement we get, and the appreciation we see in the community is the gratitude that we need.
We live in an area where we're not around much of anything that's close by. So to have those volunteers there to dedicate their free time to, our citizens close in that area, I wanted to be one of those people to help.
Seeing the people lives that you pay when you don't really realize what you're doing in the moment because you're so into trying to save a life or stabilize a situation. Seeing how much it helps the community. It's more than just putting out a fire.
I started in Germany as a volunteer firefighter at the age of 13. They have a youth program, and since then it has always been a part of my life, and I don't want to miss it. To me, it means that I am able to help my community and be there for people in some of their darkest hours or when they have the strongest need for someone else to come to their help or assistance.
One thing people don't really realize about being volunteer firefighters, the training you get and the knowledge that comes with it. Like, you can take that knowledge and help your neighbors out, or you can help your family out, or you be passing outside the road and see somebody in the middle of 12:30 at night, and they sitting there in the car and hit a tree, and you don't have your phone, might have died or something like that, and you're the only person there that can actually save their life.
I've been a chief 3 years, a fireman for 50. My predecessor, Mike Hughes, was a pioneer in the fire service as far as I'm concerned. He was always a leader in anything he undertook. I remember years ago we started a bass club, and he was the leader in the bass club, took care of business. He developed from there into fire service at Exxon, and also the fire chief since 1973 for the Grove State and Roseville Fire Departments. His legacy is just unsurpassed as far as I'm concerned. He was our mentor. He lived and bled the fire service. Just did everything in the world to make us a strong volunteer fire department. Heroes do not always wear capes. They get out of their beds in the middle of the night, so they leave their private lives to put on a volunteer firefighter shirt and respond to, things in the community.
To be part of that family atmosphere that we have in fire service, it's a tradition, the brotherhood and sisterhood. When you join as a partner, you become part of the family. That family atmosphere is what builds a volunteer department.
There's weekly trainings that you go to, but then there's also, it opens other doors to train for other things. Like I said, I was the first responder, then I eventually became an EMT. And then there's also, they have hazmat training. You can do firefighter 1, firefighter 2. Pretty much, if you're interested in it, the fire department will help put you through it, get you that.
It's never a bad time to join. The skills you learn here at the department, it has definitely helped me control my emotions and given me the ability to work much better under extreme circumstances.
If you ever thought that one time you wanted to get back to your community, now's the time. What better way than being a volunteer firefighter? Are you capable of doing it? If so, we need you. We want you. Step up, fill out an application, and come join.
So the video we're gonna push out on social media. Like President Dago said, we had some yard signs made. We got some banners that we're gonna try to hang up throughout the parish, just to try to get more people interested in becoming volunteers. Without volunteers, a lot of these departments don't operate. A lot of these emergency calls don't get answered, and help is not coming. So we're trying to do our part and try to really push the recruitment, try to get some new volunteers in the departments, some younger volunteers as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now look, as Councilman Pierce shown, you can be a councilman and still be a volunteer now, so we need y'all. So
And I want to take the Sean sat down, but I want to commend you on that. We need more people like you in roles because you take pride in what you do and you always go above and beyond, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And so we really appreciate that and what you do for the community.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give y'all a quick rundown, just a few things that we've already discussed in the past. High 11 drainage project, Councilman Markins. That project's on hold right now as we're looking at the water line, but it is in the engineer's hands. So, you know, now that we do have the permit for the railroad, currently we're just waiting on City of Plaquemine so we can work out where that water line, if they want to lower it or if they want to build with just kind of like a little catch basin or something. But look, they are meeting to move that project forward. The two boom trucks we've been talking about for a few months, they finally have arrived. They are getting load tested because what happens is you get a truck, then they put the big boom, the
Knuckle boom.
box on the back. Yeah, right. The knuckle boom on the back of that also, but it has to be load tested, make sure it tests. So it's currently getting that done. I did get a good email today, finally, on a project for Miss Allen. LaCroix is a railroad closure in Darcyville, LaCroix. We finally got the permit signed by DOTD, Union Pacific, and the parish. So we are finally getting closer to closing that, and I know that's been something on Miss Allen's district you've been looking forward to getting done. Bayou Pigeon boat landing has resumed. Council members' request. I did get some good news today. So as we get these speed limit signs that we may put up in some of your council districts, there's a process. You got to get the signs in. We have the company that actually installs them has to go out, do all the dotties, make sure there's no water lines, gas lines in the vicinity where they're gonna put the cement, and all of that has been done and will be starting this Thursday. So I did get that confirmation today. So you're gonna start seeing some of those speed limit signs go up in some of those areas that have been some concerns, right? You have high traffic, but may have those kids, and there's a lot of speed that's happening on those roads. Bayou Blue Water Park, we did receive the prices today. So we did open up bids today on that project. The architects are working through to make sure that the lowest bid is going to accept because it was significantly lower than other bids. But that project, now that we have the bids, you're going to see some progress on that project as well. And I gave y'all some community dates, some dates that are coming up just to kind of put on your radar. On August 20th coming up, there's a Louisiana Public Service Commission is actually hosting their business meeting right here in Plaquemine. So, if you want to come to it, it will be right here in Plaquemine on August 20th. On September 18th, next month, our Human Resources is hosting an Employee Health and Wellness Expo. So this is open to all of the parish employees, but we're also going to open it up to all of our partners right here within the courthouse. We're going to invite the sheriff employees, district attorneys, clerk, and the assessor. So all of our partners right here in the courthouse are going to be able to have their employees attend if they choose to. It's just a wellness expo. We're going to have different partners there that are going to check blood pressure, and they're going to maybe have a Katie and other partners there. And it's a good thing for us to offer our employees. This is the first year that our Human Resource Director, Ms. Chaucer, is actually putting this in place for the employees, and it's going to be good. September 20th is another day coming up, is the waterway cleanup effort. So as you know, we got in some boats last year. We all jumped in a few boats and kind of went around the parish. We're going to be advertising those locations of those boat landings. So what the public can do to participate on this day, September 20th, from 7 a.m. to noon, is just say, hey, jump in a boat, travel the waterways, pick up any trash that they see. If they tie it and they put it at these particular boat landings that we're going to be advertising, then they can drop off all the trash at the landing at those sites, and our sanitation department is going to go around that afternoon and pick up all the trash that's going to be at the boat landings that may be picked up. Another good way for us to help the environment, but it's also our way to keep Iberville beautiful by cleaning the waterways. September 22nd, a couple days later, on that Monday, we're going to be doing our visit. So our last visit was at Darcyville in last school year. a few months ago before the summer ended. And then our school visit that we have on rotation is going to be Plaquemine High. So if you'd like to be the council members and want to come visit us, we usually go and kind of maybe feed lunch or shake hands or high five the kids and things like that. So it's a way that our administration can be present and visible in the community. And this is another thing that we do. That wraps it up. Y'all got any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Day?
All
I
right.
just want to thank Monica and her crew for coming out to our back to school event.
Yeah.
Not only did they did the event, but she was there the first day of school at White House High to shake hands. We'll be back at Dorseyville because we did have some pencils and pencil sharpener where we're going to be there probably moving forward Monday to give the kids that. So I just want to thank you and your staff and the volunteers for coming out.
All right, Ms. Allen.
Any other questions?
Hey, Chris. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bradford.
I know we had talked about revamping the recycling program again. Has there been any? Have we?
So on the recycling, we actually received a grant. We're in the process of kind of implementing that. So what that looks like on the recycling side is we received a $150,000 grant. Of that grant, so much of the funding is going to be utilized for recycling bins, okay? So we had to start off small because of the different garbage cans, per se, that we have across the parish. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to start off small where a company is donating these recycling bins, kind of like what you remember maybe 20 years ago, right? A resident can pick up a recycling bin, put recycling in it. They used to be able to put it curbside, outside their home. What these are going to be for the residents to come pick up, it's going to bring awareness to recycling, and they can actually, we're going to have on there, try to have the information where they can bring them to the particular sites. So they can drop them off at the Mike Zito Center. They can drop them off in St. Gabriel at our pickup location. We also have another location in Grove State. So we have multiple locations across the parish that residents can bring recycling most days of the week. Some days may be limited, but the one right here in Plaquemine, the main location, which last year surpassed, I think, 100 tons of recyclable products. That's a big number, and just recycling is still impactful, and a lot of residents are still looking at it. But we are continuing to do that, and in that effort too, I think of the 150,000, maybe 40,000 was directly towards advertising, promotion. How do we get something in the hands of the residents to promote that recycling? Is to send flyers and promotional ads on social media and those types of things. So we're going to be promoting it, and it's going to be coming back, and I think Carrie is going to be a big part of it. So, yes, sir. Thank you. Anything else? All right. Thank you, Council.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dunn.
Good evening, Council, Council Chair, Council Clerk. In the essence of saving time, y'all reviewed y'all's financials. If y'all have any questions, I'll be more than happy to entertain them.
Thank you. Yeah, Randall, the trend is still coming down from last year's collections.
They're
we're off
down.
about 5.
They're down. They're comparable to 2023's collections.
So
still collections are still good, but they're down from last year.
We're going to be about $7 million less than.
Well, that's in total, not the parish's portion. Yeah, but we're good with budget, the way we budgeted. Yeah, yep. I'm keeping an eye on it.
Any other questions for Randall? Thank you, Mr. Dunn. Okay, before the meeting, we did have a public hearing, and we do need a motion to approve the ordinance authorizing the acceptance of a parcel of land located on Plaza Drive from A&D Medical. Do I have a motion and a second? Motion by Mr. Markins, second by Ms. Jenkins. Roll call, please.
Allen? Yes.
Beasley? Yes.
Dominic?
Yes.
Frazier?
Yes.
Pierce?
Yes.
Jenkins? Yes. Marcus?
Yes.
Bradford?
Yes.
Martinez?
Yes.
Darden?
Yes.
Jewel?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, on new business, we need to reschedule a September 16th meeting to September 23rd. Randall, you have an explanation on that?
Oh, no,
We have our board review meeting in September every year with the assessor. The assessor's office has to have so many days for that open book period, and then so many days between the meetings. And with that holiday being on the 1st and a Monday, it doesn't allow with our meeting being originally scheduled on the 16th, so we had to push it back.
Okay. Do we have a motion and a second to move the meeting? Motion by Mr. Frazier, second by Ms. Martinez. Roll call, please.
Allen,
Yes.
Easley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Morgan,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Darden,
Yes.
Jewel,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Previous meeting for the planning meeting, they said that if this moved, they just want to make a note that also that would move and follow us.
Okay, good deal.
You smart girl.
All right, introduction of ordinances, Randall.
So the first ordinance is an ordinance that failed last month. It's an ordinance to adopt uniform water and sewer rates within the parish of Iberville. We have some new hopeful information that came to light over this past week in talks with Representative Jeremy Lacombe. He was under the impression, I think in the last meeting in June, I don't think he was at the meeting. I didn't got the details on it, but I believe they approved the city of Westlake to set some money aside to fund a reserve. I was not aware that that was even a possibility, so I'm exploring that possibility now. If we can find some funds to set aside and possibly implement this rate over 3 years, like I said, I'm hopeful. Just started the talks with Jeremy on yesterday. Look back through my notes. Eisner Amper and Tracy Watts from the water sector. As soon as we got the April report back, saying what we had to go up, I called them and I asked them, hey, can we do this over 3 months? And I was told no. After the June 18th meeting, the meeting that we introduced the ordinance, I could see that y'all had some concerns about doing it all at one time. And I called Ms. Heather Paul, who was the director on that day, and I was told no again. And then after the ordinance failed, of course, I called them and I said, look, the ordinance failed. I said, where do I go from here? She said, you got April to October 23rd to adopt. And she said, good luck. That's what she told me. So this kind of caught me off guard in talking to Jeremy Lacombe, because he actually was surprised too, that because he missed this meeting, he was surprised that that was actually allowed to happen, and talks with him yesterday. So I am early on in the talks, and again, I'm hopeful that I can present an ordinance to y'all, an option to go to 3 months.
3 years.
I'm at 3 years. I'm sorry. I know why I'm saying 3 months, 3 years. I did that earlier. But I would ask y'all to go ahead and set this for public hearing next month, and I will get you information as through Macy as it comes available as to what the progress I'm making with the water sector.
All right.
So like I said, I want to say it's hopeful. I don't know the mechanism that they used, so I'm hopefully we'll find that out this week.
Good. Right.
Was that?
That mechanism is on
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But you would
So I need a motion and a second.
for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is important to me. Look, I never wanted to come to here and say we're going up on the residents all at one time. But if we had to, it was what was at stake. I'm $3.5 million, $1.2 million a year. I would be coming back to y'all anyway. But if this is the compromise and we can make this work, I'm going to find out how to do it.
So
I think we'll have a program put together before their next meeting at the legislature.
So I don't know if they'll grant this, but I'm probably going to ask for an extension with the water sector since this has come to light. Maybe I can get a 30, 60-day extension. That'll give us time to really look at it, and then we'll kick next month if I've got word from them that the extension was passed, and hopefully we can just kick the public hearing down, on the original ordinance, because that would mean my deadline would extend beyond October 23rd, 24th. So that's the goal. I wish I had more information for y'all right now, but
that's good information though.
Yeah,
really,
well,
it gives us a chance.
I wish I could sit here and tell y'all like I'm 100%, but like I said, I'm hopeful.
I understand that.
But everything I've heard from the engineer and and the water sector representative is that it's hopeful.
Sure.
If I could make a suggestion, if we could have somebody make a team
at that next legislative meeting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
find out.
So, and I've gone to,
Jeremy, I can call him and find
yeah,
out that next meeting.
I know where they meeting because we've gone to try to get funds, you know. Actually, last time I went was with Chris to get funds increased. Now I will tell y'all this. There's several other grants that are now being affected by rate studies. LCDBG, which we're applying in Chastity Martinez's district for water. Of course, the water sector program, which is this is the money we're talking about now. The LDEQ revolving loan, LDH drinking water revolving loan, and Delta Regional Authority community infrastructure, which we put in, we're going to apply for $2 million. So this whole rate study is not going away. And I do have to make sure that these other grant opportunities, if whatever I'm presenting to y'all, we have to weigh in and say, how is it going to satisfy, you know, the grant in Chastity's district? You know, we got to make sure that what we're doing is going to satisfy and we're not putting any other funds in jeopardy.
Right.
So.
Chair, I have one thing.
Sure.
For everybody to understand where I was coming from with all this. And back in 2012, we had a problem in the water district where they had excess money stacked up in a non-interest bearing account. And what we did at that time, and District 4 was the first one that we did, but we went in and confiscated the assets, paid off all the debts. And there was in District 4, there was a little resistance to it, but we ended up, Lucky Sunday and myself went to that meeting and presented a plan where we would pay off the debt. We would, 20 years early, save the district $1 million in interest. And we canceled the property tax that funded all that, and we gave it back to the people. And then when we finished that, when we went over to St. Gabriel several months later, maybe 2 or 3 months later, we did the same thing there. And we paid their debt off. I think it was a couple $100,000. But anyway, and my concern is this, that when you go up 25% in my district on the first 2,000 gallons, and then 60% for every 1,000 gallons after that, the people are going to feel that. And if you want to hurt somebody, just hurt them in the pocketbook. So that was my main concern. And then, of course, taking that money, we had $300,000 left over in District 4. And we gave the tax back to them, and I got to go back to them. So, well, you know something, we made a big old mistake. We did all that stuff, and we're going up on your water rate, 20%
Sure.
or whatever. And
We understand you.
25%.
We understand
So,
your position.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, but
I think,
but when
Terry, your district is the same. I think yours is 40%.
you know, but when it gets right down to it,
I know.
sometimes we got to make a hard business decision.
That's right.
And it's not nice. It ain't fun. But
I think the total increase is about 1.5 million a year, and if you can imagine that, it doesn't sound like much when you go up 25% in one district, but when you take 1.5 million out of the constituents' pockets in 1 year or annually, then that to me that's a problem. So, I know my people would feel it, and I'm here because of my people. And
well, we understand
I
that.
vote based upon what they want me to do, and I know they don't want me to vote for that. So I just want to say,
Sure. So Randall, Rob, don't you read the second ordinance? We'll go on all three to moving forward.
Second ordinance is ordinance to amend the 2025 Tourism Special Revenue Fund in the amount of $70,000 from the state Louisiana Department of Culture, Recreation, and Tourism. The state of Louisiana is funding $75,000, I think, per year. This is for the first year. Wasn't something that was originally in our budget, so we haven't amended the budget.
Okay. Any questions on that second ordinance? Third ordinance, Randall?
Good evening, Council, Council Chair, Council Clerk. Tonight we have in front of you guys the ordinance to amend Section 11-1, Article 1 of the Chapter 11 of the compiled ordinances of Iberville Parish relative to the permissible height of grass and weeds. Whereas the legislative power of the Iberville Parish government is vested in the Iberville Parish Council, whereas the Iberville Parish Council has the authority to enact and amend ordinances providing the safety, health, and welfare of the residents of Iberville Parish, whereas in order to provide the safety, health, and welfare of individuals living in the Iberville Parish, the parish has historically regulated the permissible height of grass on properties located within the parish. Whereas the Parish Council desires to amend its ordinance regulating the height of grass and weeds within the parish. So what we have in front of you guys tonight is the amendment updating the maximum permissible height from 30 inches to 9 inches. Exceptions would be agricultural fields, pasture land with livestock, and forested areas. That would be the main change.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Boudreaux on that ordinance? Okay, I'd like a motion and a second to move all three of the ordinances to a public hearing on September 23rd, 2025.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Dominique, second by Mr. Bradford. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Jewel,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Motion carries. We did have a resolution committee meeting before, and we have several resolutions that we need to approve. Resolution A, authorizing the parish president to proceed with the Iberville Resilient Communities Infrastructure Program, Disaster Recovery Program application, now designated as the Seamoville Community Drainage Improvements Project. We have a motion and a second.
I'll make
Motion by Mr. Pierce, second by Mr. Darden. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Beasley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Jewel,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution B is to declare a 2016 Dodge Ram truck as surplus property and provide transfer to the town of White Castle. Do we have a motion and a second?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Dominique,
Second.
second by Mr. Bradford. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Beasley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Jewel,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution C is authorizing the purchase of natural gas from the Louisiana Municipal Natural Gas Purchasing and Distribution Authority. Do I have a motion and second?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Bradford, second by Mr. Darden. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Beasley,
Yes.
Dominique,
Yes.
Frazier,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Jewel,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Motion carries. And Resolution D is the approved resolution giving preliminary approval to the issuance of not exceeding $9 million of limited tax bonds for the library of the parish of Iberville. Do I have a motion and a second? Motion by Mr. Frazier,
Second.
second by Mr. Bradford. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Beasley,
Yes.
Dominique, Frazier,
Yes.
Pierce,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Markins,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Martinez,
Yes.
Stark,
Yes.
Jewel,
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to item 15A, I need a motion and a second to go into executive session.
The plan commission.
Okay, I'm sorry, apologize. The planning commission came through with a report to approve the consideration of a re-subdivision for Patrick Ishmael and also for Floyd Campbell. What's the districts of those two, Randall, you know? Whose district is that in?
Patrick is in Tom's, I believe, right?
And I think
And
the other one
Floyd
is,
Campbell's in my area.
yeah,
Yeah.
campus is
Yes, sir.
3 and 9.
They're not.
Yes,
Yeah,
9.
It's District 9 for Floyd Campbell.
Floyd Campbell's nine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Railroad tracks.
all right.
Yeah, so the first one was a 100. So Pat has an existing 24-acre tract, or 80-acre tract, I'm sorry. And he's cutting, his house is actually on this site, 80 acres. It's down by the, I don't know if you know about the little church and down towards White Castle, by the graveyard, right? He's cutting out the 4.45 acres where his existing house is at. It fronts the road, so it's a simple resub. It's two large tract of land. So,
Okay.
and the other one. The other one was to cut out lot C1, which is a tract of land towards the back of an existing tract. I'm sorry, it's a 1.132 acre, so another larger tract of land. This is on Highway 77. It's got the servitude to get to the property. It's a simple resub.
Okay, that's your district, Aaron? You okay with it?
Yeah, you familiar?
Ms. Allen, that's your district? Oh,
District 9, district, here.
you, Mr.
Mr.
Dominique?
Dominic, District
You okay with it, Mr. Dominique? Do I have a motion and a second to approve both A and B?
I make a motion.
Motion by Ms. Allen, second by Mr. Morkins. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Dominique. Frazier.
Yes.
Pierce.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Harkins.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Martinez.
Yes.
George.
Yes.
Jewel.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Motion carries. Now on to 15A, I need a motion and a second to go into executive session. Motion by Mr. Frazier, second by Ms. Allen. Roll call.
Yes.
Yes.
Dominique.
Yeah.
Frazier.
Yes.
Pierce.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Harkins.
Yeah.
Bradford.
Yes.
Martinez.
Yes.
George.
Yes.
Jewel.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Motion carries. We'll be back in a few minutes. I need a motion and a second to come out of executive session.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Dominique, second by Ms. Allen. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Dominique.
Yes.
Frazier.
Yes.
Pierce.
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Markins. Bradford.
Yes.
Martinez. George.
Yes.
Jewel.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Motion carries. And if there's no other business, I'll get a motion and a second to adjourn.
I make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Meeting adjourned.
I turned it.
Hey.